Welcome back, DOOL fans. Salem is heating up this week with jailhouse twists, dirty dealings, and emotional turning points that could flip lives upside down. From Johnny's prison nightmare to Xander's shady power grab, every storyline is packed with tension, betrayal, and game-changing choices. Stay with us as we break down the biggest shocks and what they really mean for your favorite characters. Johnny DiMera is living a nightmare he never saw coming. What began as a confusing tragedy has now escalated into a full-blown legal disaster. Johnny has been arrested and charged with the attempted murder of his own father, E.J. DiMera. The image of handcuffs clamped around his wrists is seared into his mind, as he now faces the terrifying prospect of spending years in prison for a crime he insists he didn't commit. But perhaps the most painful wound of all isn't the arrest, it's the doubt in his father's eyes. E.J., still recovering from the trauma of being shot, is struggling with a clouded memory of that fateful night. Disoriented and emotionally raw, he's begun piecing together fragmented memories in a dangerous way, one that paints his own son as a traitor. Johnny, overwhelmed with fear and betrayal, will soon confront his father in an intense and emotionally charged showdown. It won't be a plea, it'll be a declaration of innocence. He will look E.J. straight in the eyes and insist, with every ounce of truth in his voice, that he never pulled the trigger. That moment could be the key that either breaks their family apart for good or starts the healing process. Speculation is swirling in Salem that E.J. might take desperate measures to recover his memory. Could hypnosis unlock the real events of that night? Or will E.J.'s guilt push him to invent a memory, just to protect Johnny, even if it means accusing someone else without proof? If E.J. chooses to lie or shift blame without solid evidence, the consequences could be catastrophic. Not only would his credibility be shredded, but Johnny could end up in an even deeper legal mess. Salem PD won't take kindly to manipulated testimony, especially in a case this high profile. For now, Johnny is trapped, both physically behind bars and emotionally in limbo. He's fighting for his future, but with each passing hour, his hope fades. Will the truth emerge in time to save him? Or is this the beginning of a long, lonely road through the justice system? Over in another corner of Salem, Stephanie Johnson finds herself facing a different kind of trial, one that challenges not her freedom, but her courage. Her deeply personal novel, a work she poured her soul into, has suddenly become the subject of gossip and mishandling, all thanks to one reckless decision. It began when Alex Kyriakis, in a move he likely thought was helpful, gave a copy of Stephanie's unpublished manuscript to Kate Roberts Brady, without asking. What happened next was a nightmare for any writer. Kate misplaced the draft, and it somehow ended up floating around a hospital, read and gossiped about by strangers. Stephanie was humiliated, furious, and heartbroken. Her art, her voice, her story, violated. But amid the chaos, something surprising happened. Kate, ever the bold and brash businesswoman, didn't just like the book, she loved it. She didn't hold back in her praise, calling it a surefire bestseller and urging Stephanie to go public with it. Now, Stephanie is caught between two powerful forces, the sting of betrayal and the thrill of opportunity. Can she look past Alex's impulsiveness and Kate's recklessness to focus on the bigger picture? Is she ready to take the leap and let the world read her story? Publishing means vulnerability. It means opening herself up to criticism, judgment, even failure. But it also means validation, success, and the chance to make her mark. This moment may define who Stephanie becomes, not just as a writer, but as a woman willing to take risks and reclaim control over her narrative. Will she move forward and publish the book that was stolen from her hands? Or will she retreat, unable to forgive those who mishandled her trust? As chaos simmers in the DiMera family, one man is preparing to restore order, his way. Tony DiMera, often the voice of reason in a clan fueled by betrayal and ambition, is stepping back into the battlefield. But this time, he isn't just watching from the sidelines. He's ready to take control. With the Titan-Demera alliance reeling from recent power struggles and losses, the timing couldn't be more perfect. The once mighty business empire is vulnerable, fractured from within. And Tony, with his deep understanding of both family loyalty and corporate warfare, sees a rare opportunity to claim what he believes is rightfully his. Long underestimated, Tony has always walked a fine line between strategist and peacemaker. But now, the gloves are coming off. He intends to reassert the Demera name with force, reshaping the company's leadership, its direction, and its power structure. Behind the scenes, whispers grow louder. Some see Tony as a much-needed stabilizing force, a return to old-school Demera leadership with a cool head and long vision. Others see something far more dangerous, a Demera ready to assert dominance, no matter who gets in his way. In a family where trust is fragile and alliances shift overnight, Tony's move could either revive the empire, or tear it apart even further. Will he rise as the savior of the Demeras, or become yet another player in Salem's endless cycle of betrayal? One thing's certain, Tony isn't here to play nice. The business gloves are off, and Salem had better prepare for the next phase of the Demera war. The storm inside Xander Kyriakis is no longer just simmering, it's reaching a dangerous boiling point. On the surface, he's trying to maintain control, but underneath, the pressure is mounting, and cracks are beginning to show in both his professional and personal life. At home, Xander's co-parenting battle with Sarah Kyriakis has turned from tense to toxic. The two can no longer find common ground, and their most recent confrontation may have shattered any illusion that peace is possible. Sarah is drawing a hard line, protecting her child from Xander's volatile nature and past choices. But Xander, wounded and furious, sees her stance as not just a personal betrayal, but an attack on his very identity as a father. With emotions running high, Xander begins to explore darker options. Enter Melinda Trask, a woman who knows how to bend the law when it suits her. In a moment of veiled desperation, Xander hints that he might be willing to play dirty, to let Melinda manipulate the legal system in his favor. Could she fabricate paperwork, twist the custody proceedings, or worse, go after Sarah's credibility? If Xander greenlights Melinda's involvement, it won't just be a legal shortcut. It will be a declaration of war. A clear sign that he's ready to do whatever it takes to win, even if it means sacrificing ethics, morality, or the last thread of trust Sarah may have had in him. But Xander's ruthlessness doesn't end at the nursery door. Over at Titan-Demera, he sees a golden opportunity in the company's recent instability. With corporate leadership scrambling and alliances fracturing, Xander is plotting his next bold move. Whether it's a hostile takeover, backdoor deal, or sabotage from within, he's not here to play by the rules. This is Xander at his most dangerous, cornered, cunning, and willing to cross every line. The question is no longer if he'll betray someone, it's who will get hurt first. As Salem braces for corporate wars and criminal trials, a quieter, more intimate struggle is unfolding. One that could break a young woman's heart. Sophia Choi is facing the most emotionally overwhelming moment of her life, preparing to give her baby up for adoption. Time is running out, and the weight of her decision is becoming unbearable. She clings to hope that Tate Black will stand beside her, that he'll honor the plan they agreed to and help secure a better life for their child. But deep down, Sophia is plagued by doubt. She sees the hesitation in Tate's eyes, hears the uncertainty in his voice, and wonders, will he really follow through? Or will fear and immaturity drive him to abandon her when she needs him most? To make matters worse, a bombshell rumor is circulating. What if Tate isn't even the father? All signs are pointing to Aaron Green, another name from Sophia's past who may carry more weight in this story than anyone realized. If the rumors are true and Aaron is the real biological father, it would turn Sophia's already fragile situation into a full-blown crisis. A paternity twist could destroy any chance of a smooth adoption. Custody battles could erupt. Legal rights could be challenged. And the carefully laid plan Sophia has clung to for emotional survival could fall apart in an instant. She's trying to stay strong, fighting back tears, brushing off uncertainty, but the truth is, she's terrified. She doesn't want to bring a child into the world surrounded by chaos and betrayal. More than anything, she wants clarity, stability, and love for her baby. But in Salem, those things are never guaranteed. As this week unfolds, one truth becomes impossible to deny: Salem is on the edge of collapse. Secrets are piling up like storm clouds, and one by one, the characters we know and love are about to be hit with consequences they never saw coming. Johnny DiMera, falsely accused, sits behind bars, his fate hanging in the balance, and his family unraveling around him. Stephanie Johnson, torn between ambition and betrayal, is about to risk her career, her pride, and possibly her heart by publishing a novel that was once deeply private. Xander, consumed by rage and desperation, is turning his back on morality and stepping into a dangerous alliance that could destroy his family and his soul. And Sophia Choi, vulnerable and scared, is trying to do the right thing for her unborn child while fearing that every decision she's made could be undone by one devastating secret. From courthouse showdowns to boardroom power grabs, from broken relationships to buried paternity truths, every story is building toward a massive detonation. What happens when lies are exposed, loyalties are tested, and no one is left to trust? In Salem, the smallest ripple can create a tidal wave. And this week, those waves are coming fast. Will justice prevail, or will deception win again? Will love survive the storm, or be swallowed whole by doubt and manipulation? One thing's for sure, you won't want to miss a second of what's coming. That's it for this week's Days of Our Lives spoiler breakdown. What are your theories about EJ's memory, Xander's next move, and the baby drama brewing beneath the surface? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update from Salem. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time with more explosive drama from Days of Our Lives.